wait. We'll give them a minute to gather. We're letting people gather right now. It's like a tent revival. We're coming to hear the gospel. The gospel of Tiki King. To hear the good word. And maybe the other words. Maybe words that aren't so good. I don't know. Here's a little story I gotta tell about a good friend of mine who went to hell, and he met the devil, and the devil said, "You got a good drink that'll go right to my head?" And he said, "Yeah, I do. It's called the Martini. And I'm not talking about something meany. I'm talking about a grand old, big old drink. One that will stop you and make you think." He said, "Tell me more about this thing you call a Martini. And I want to know, is it all for me?" And he said, "No, you can only have one, because I'm going to have the other one. And if we drink two, that's going to cost us like $15. And the bartender with the tip, that's going to be another $3 each. So that's like, so like almost $20. And I've only got 15. So you're on your own. And apparently you want a gold fiddle. I don't know how the rest of it works. I'm not sure. Anyway, hey, hello, Boozeketeers. Welcome to Wednesday night. Cocktales with Tiki King. And I'm going to put this away. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. You stay right there. There it is. Listen. Clock's bonging 9 o'clock here in beautiful sunny Utah at night, which there is no sun currently. But if were there to be sun, that's where we'd be, here in sunny Utah. So we're gonna get right down to it, because we're gonna get right down to it. So today started earlier in the day, and you hold this, put that right there. So we had a bright idea to pre-record tonight's show and show it as a, what do they call it, a premiere? Is that the word? So we were going to record the show and then stream it live, and then I would be on the show to comment, right? And then me and producer Maggie could tag team it, right? Go back and forth, and I could actually be involved in the show. And we thought, oh, that'll be fun. We'll do that. Why not? So right about that time, we were like, well, what should we do? What's the deal? So we thought, hey, let's go remote. We'll go to a remote location. We'll film a show, and we did, and it was good. And so we decided we went to Chili's, which, see, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Tiki King, Chili's, really? Why'd you go there? Well, here's the thing, which if you had watched the show, you'd know. But the fact is, it didn't work. There was something problematic which we didn't discover until after the show was all done and we went to upload it. It didn't work. So we spent a good hour at Chili's drinking margaritas for nothing. Well, maybe not for nothing, because I certainly got something out of it. But I'd been drinking martinis before we went there, which I decided to continue to do so, if for no other reason than I found out it was tax time. Not for me, but for someone else, and I had to supply them with tax numbers. And, my CPA once told me something, and I took it to heart. And they said, are there any more martinis? And I thought, I'm gonna live by that, because there's a drink called the income tax. I think didn't we talk about that once? Yeah, which is supposed to dull the pain of tax time. I don't know if it does, but I've found that a well-made martini certainly does the trick when it comes to those things. And I don't know if this is well made, but it's certainly going all over the place. Prostate problems. Anyway, Producer Maggie's like is now questioning her life choices. Why do I do this show?
No, I'm just thinking we should go to Chili's first every Tuesday.
But anyway, yeah. So today's show already happened. So now I'm like in a weird time loop because and now it's happening again, and so I have to come back to it. But already, so before then was now, and now it's like an hour ago. But anyway, so now I'm gonna so I can recap. Jesus. That rat was the size of a Cocker Spaniel. So we went to Chili's and they had the monthly margarita, which had
Chad.
Oh, Chad.
Sorry.
That Chad was the size of a Cocker Spaniel. Jesus. So we went to Chili's and we had a couple of I had a couple of drinks, apparently. But so at Chili's they have this thing. And here's what I went on about, and I'll do it again. Is that so they have this thing they call the monthly Marg, and it's basically their margarita that they do monthly, hence the name. Figure that one out. But it's so basically it's $5. And it's different things. And this time it was Jameson because it was the Lucky Jameson because of St. Patrick's Day, which just happened. And it was basically Jameson and tequila and fresh sour and some triple sec. And I thought, it was awesome. I was like, they could have set it on fire, but they didn't. Sorry. But I thought, this is $5. It had at least 1.5 ounces of alcohol in it. And for $5, that's like, that's bar drink worthy, Because that's the thing. So in Utah, there's they have laws here, not like other places that are lawless, which is where Lucy lives, from what I understand. But so Lucy lives in lawless, but Linus lives in Alpine. That's the way it is. Did you know that? Yeah. We don't have to find the desecrated grave of Charlie Brown, but we couldn't. But we had some leads. Anyway, so in Utah, you can only have 1.5 ounces of primary liquor, and then you can have 1 ounce of a mixer liquor, which cannot be over 80 proof. It has to be below 80 proof. So you can have 2.5 ounces total, but one of them has to be a mixer. So they consider that. I'm guessing they probably had. Combination 1.5 of the Jameson and the tequila, and then the triple sec being the mixer probably rounded it out. I don't know. They wouldn't. I tried to dance with the bartender and they wouldn't let me, and so because I thought I could romance them and whisper in their ear, hey, can you tell me a little bit more about your ounces, baby? But that didn't happen. So. Anyway, so we had the monthly Marg, which was the Lucky Jameson, and I was pleased with it. I thought, hey, this is a good drinkable drink, which I did in fact drink. And then we moved on. We thought, okay, for comparison's sake, we should probably go with a baseline. So I ordered the Presidente, which they're supposed to shake 25 times, but we didn't see that. So we're not sure. It's kind of a something happening up there. Jesus. So we're not sure if they shook it 25 times because we were pretty close to the kitchen, and I think we could have heard it. And they came out with it, and it was shaken, but you couldn't tell if it was 25 times. So I gave it a few extra shakes, just because I'm like that, But we did find that the Presidente being so the monthly Marg $5. Presidente was it 7 or 8? It's $8. $8.79. But it did fill the glass 3 times. So you figure, it was a regular, like size glass. So I'm figuring, I think that was money's worth. So, but the upshot of the story, when we were there, the upshot was, we talked about how we went there. Well, we went to Chili's. It was now I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, on Halloween, and we had the Spiderita, which was basically some sort of fruity concoction with tequila and spiders, which was good because you could take the spiders home with you if you wanted to. And there was another one where we had, remember, there was one that had fangs, and I wore the fangs, and I tried to do the show, but it was like, which usually doesn't happen until the end of the show. But it was, nobody was like, no one can understand you. And I'm like, for a change. Like, people are like, that sounds like your whole show to me. But it's because of the plastic teeth that were teeth. But so right now, was it last show? Show before? I don't know. One of the shows I did recently, I talked about the Madame Paciorini gin, which I'm drinking now in this fantastic martini that I'm having right now, which was the same one I'm having now, which is now. Yeah. So I'm having the Madame Paciorini, but when I was at the liquor store, Drinking Man Supermarket, I came upon this Ransom dry vermouth, which is pretty good stuff, gotta say. But this particular martini, I'm using some of that, and then Coche Americano. Here's the thing. This is apparently as close as you can get to the Quina Lillet, which is specified in the Bond Martini, in which he says, I would like 3 measures of Gordon's, 1 of vodka, and 1 of Quina Lillet, which Quina Lillet is no longer made, but I bought the Lillet Blanco last time, and we made the Bond Martini using that, but it was missing something. And so upon further reading, I found that most people who had tried the Quina Lillet said that the Coche Americano was as close as you can get. So I haven't actually done a Bond Martini with it, but I'm excited to do it. I used a little bit just now, like I said, to make this particular martini, and I like it. It's good stuff. So, if you, like me, like martinis, like I do, like me, then me liking martinis likes you liking me. So smash that like button. No, what did we have for it? We had a word. Mash. Like, is it mash? Was that it? Like sour mash?
I don't remember what it was.
Which is what you make whiskey out of? You guys are supposed to remember this stuff, because I can't. They're like, I know. Let's get him drunk before the show. That'll be good for a laugh. It always is. But anyway, yeah, so mash that like button. Subscribe. Jesus. Things flew out of my mouth. I don't know what that's about. It might have been Booze Nanas probably caught it. Did you? Is it an olive? Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So mash that like button. Subscribe. Hit notifications. There's a bell, right? Ding ding. Yeah. Hit that so you get notified whenever I do a show. I don't know if that's good advice or not. Do you? If you want to know what happens, if you want to know when I'm doing a show, hit that button, hit the bell button, and then like and subscribe, and leave positive comments, and then go tell your friends, hey, you guys got to watch this show. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. He tells you the secrets of all things, and then they'll watch it and go, why didn't you tell me anything? You go, shh, you mind your own business. But it's sort of like it's sort of like the end of what was that show? Powerpuff Girls. Don't tell people the ending. You don't want to ruin it. But just tell them to like and subscribe, and they can be disappointed on their own, and it's not your fault. So there you go. Share, Sunny, and subscribe. So there you go. That's all I have. No, I have more. Oh, well, that's right. Oh, giant canoes! Oh God, here they come! Whoa! Once again, what fell? It was the bar towel, the bar thing, the Glenfiddich. Not like this, the Glenmorangie. The Glenmorangie, which was my birthday present. Precious. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we did a whole show, and then turned out we didn't do a whole show because it didn't work out. But we're still working on that because I always feel bad. I feel terrible. I'm like, some nights when I'm like, when the show can't happen, and then I'm like, oh, I wish I could give them something, you know. And I found some gum once, and I was like, yeah, they're probably not going to want that. And producer Meg's like, no, they don't want gum. And plus, how are you going to divide it up? I mean, we can freeze it and break it into little pieces, but then it's going to, in the envelopes, and it's like, you're going to write letters to everybody. And I'm like, no, I barely have time to write letters to myself because I'm so busy. And then even if I do, I don't read them because I'm like, who am I? I'm not going to bother. Jesus. I'm important. I'm an important guy. I got more important things to do than read letters from people like me. But speaking of important things, guess what? Hey, presto, Vegas. That's right. Is that next weekend? Yeah, week and a half. So today's Wednesday. I get all confused because we didn't do the show Tuesday. So it's Wednesday. So we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Don't go to Vegas this weekend. Or if you do, bring enough money that you can gamble all the way through to next weekend because that's when we'll be there. So week and a half we'll be in Vegas, and then after that Bakersfield, and then we got some other things. But come out to Vegas. Come on out and see us. We're talking to some friends. Our friends are going to be there. Aren't you our friends? I hope so. I'll be sad. I'll cry bitter tears. As big as October cabbages, which are like, apparently they're big. So when I was at the liquor store today, Drinking Man's Supermarket, the checker was wearing earrings. And I said, oh, what are your earrings? Are those little booze bottles? No, they weren't. They were little bottles that said, Tears of My Enemies. I was like, I want to make a martini out of that. It's like 1 part gin, 1 part Tears of My Enemies. It'd be bracing. And I'd have a lot. I could throw a party. If I had all the tears of my enemies, I could feed the world. It'd be just like you two. Wait, did they write that song? No. I don't know who they are. Never mind.
It was a bunch of artists that wrote it.
Budgies? Those little birds?
No, a bunch of artists.
Oh, a bunch of artists.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's different. I was like, Budgies? All I know is they eat grain. I mean, think you're like flapping about the place, writing hit songs. I don't know how that works. I'm just a simple man of the streets, simple pleasures and whatnot. But yeah, so like I said, go to. Did I say it? Wait, did I say go to the Wicketeers website? I didn't. No, but you should. Go to wicketeers.com and check out our schedule. See if we're going to be in your neighborhood, and if we are, please come on by and say hello. If you say you're a Boozeketeer, you get 10% off all Boozeketeer merchandise. Why not? Unless it's my shirt that I'm wearing, which I would actually sell to you and just go around shirtless. Done it before.
What do they do if you're not coming to their area anytime soon?
I don't know.
They have their local Highland Games.
Oh, that's right.
Festival
Yeah.
contact.
So if you were like, hey, aren't you gonna be playing at X Games? Well, hey, contact them and say we want the Wicked Tinkers. It's just like being on Pirates of the Caribbean, which if you listen closely, we're in the queue right now. We're gonna be getting on pretty soon. Always remember, always sit in the back. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, if you know of a local games that should have us playing there, come on out. And well, no, don't come on out. Tell them that you will come on out. If the Wicked Tinkers say, hey, I heard the Wicked Tinkers are playing. They're like, no, they aren't. And then say, forget it, I ain't going. So, and if you do it, they'll think you're crazy. So maybe you should get another person, 2 of you, to come in, walk in, sit down, say, are the Wicked Tinkers playing? And they'll say no, and you say, then I'm not going, and walk out. I can't say the rest because it goes into territory. But if 3 people do it, they're going to think it's a movement. And that's what it is. The Wicked Tinkers playing in your local area movement. And all you have to do is sing it when it comes around back on the ukulele. You can get any drink you want at the Wicked Tinkers Festival. Something like that. Sorry. My apologies to Arlo. He's still sitting in the church somewhere, thinking about taking out the garbage, from what I understand. But barring all of that, I know what. Okay, then there are those who are like, "What? What's all? I don't have a skirt. How am I supposed to cross dress and go to these things that you're talking about?" You don't have to. You can come out in August to Tiki Oasis, TikiOasis.com. Hey, guess who will be there? You don't have to guess because it's me, and I'm telling you that I will be there. I'm going to be there at Tiki Oasis. That's going to be the 2nd weekend in August, I believe. Yeah, and it's going to be crazy. If it's anything like last year, which I don't remember, it's probably going to be different than that. And I won't be able to tell you about it because all I know is that last year I demanded to dance with the chef at one of the restaurants, and they wouldn't let me. And
the chef was in a bad mood.
The chef was apparently in a bad mood, but the food was really, really good. And like I said, yeah, I demanded to dance with him, and they wouldn't let me. But all of that aside, we had ourselves a grand time, even if we had to watch the videos and go, whoa, that's weird. Did that happen? Who was filming that? Apparently we were. Which I think is a testament to the way those things go, you know. But yeah, so come out to Tiki Oasis. Go to TikiOasis.com. You can get your tickets there. And it's a hoot. We always have a good time. The vending area, if you don't want to go there for the whole festival, you can come down to the vending Saturday and Sunday. I believe it's open to the public during the daytime. But you can't go to all the other festivities and the shows and stuff unless you buy a ticket. So check it out, TikiOasis.com. We're going to be there, and it'll be a hoot, like I said. Even if I don't know. Even if you might hoot, we might hoot together, and you might hoot at me, and I might hoot at others. And San Diego, yes. It's in San Diego at the historic Town and Country Inn, which is just up the street from its former location at the Hanalei Hotel, which is actually the Plaza something. Who cares? We're not there anymore. What do we care? But yeah, the Town and Country Inn, super cool, sort of mid-century place. We had a great time. We actually at one point we just sat down at the bar, and all of a sudden people just started showing up, and then all of a sudden there was like drinks everywhere and pizza and gigantic flocked monkeys, and I don't even know how that night ended. That's how good it was. It was. There is actually somewhere a picture of me garnishing my drink with a monkey that's like the size of Boozenanas. Yeah. Except with a curlier tail, and it was like, you know, a cocktail monkey, but velvet. So I should dig that up and post it because that was fun. People were like coming up, hey, who are you? We're like, I don't know. And they're like, can I buy a drink? And I'm like, sure, why not? So we had ourselves a good time. Denny was there for a little while. We saw him, and we had a good time. It was some fun stuff. But anyway, yeah. So go to the Wicked Tinkers calendar. Check it out. See where we're going to be in your neighborhood. If we're not going to be there, then TikiKing.com won't help you at all. But you can buy stuff on my website. I know. I used to have a calendar actually, but then I was like, yeah, depressing. But yeah, so Tiki Oasis, that's currently like we travel, so seriously, we travel all over the place, and we're at all sorts of random tiki bars all over the West Coast and somewhat East-West Coast, and then the lesser East-West Coast, but the northern part of the Eastern West Coast, which is in a different place. But we're always finding, and it's like we half the time don't know where we're going to be when. But I do know we're going to be going up to Washington, up to Kelso, which means we're going to go to Portland, which means we're going to beat the Alibi at some point. And hey, if you're anywhere near the Alibi area, go up there, check it out, and order yourself a Runcible rum tub cider, and just marvel. Just sit there and just drool a little bit and stare blankly at the tap handles that I carved for them. And then drink some of the cider, and you'll do the same thing. Stare blankly and drool a little bit, because it's really good. It is a fantastic, it's a cider, a very crisp apple cider that is aged in with rum barrel wood chips. So, good stuff. Check it out, because, and I guess that's it. It's pretty much all I could say more, but it wouldn't make any sense. So I'm going to say, there you go, Boozeketeers. I'm Tiki King. You're the Boozeketeers. Thanks for tuning in here on a Wednesday night. Good night and good drinking.